This is so unprofessional. I apologize for everyone before we start this live.
You need to fix your production team.
I know. It's alright. I'm pre-apologizing. I apologize to our followers. Apparently, Ghanim's having a meltdown.
They're too funny. What can I say?
Clearly, yeah. It's all.
The topic's very sad, but the production team, I don't know. They're having a laugh today.
You know,
for some reason.
well, you could say we're celebrating life
And death.
Well, it's a legacy, so you're
And their
celebrating.
legacies. Yeah, I
So,
suppose.
welcome back, everybody, to another fun-filled episode of Qatartainment, where you're going to be Qatartained. Wow, again, every time I say that, it sounds like a commercial.
Like I see, you know, that's why I cringe on the intro. It's just like an advertisement to something,
Right?
you know.
Maybe I should like say it differently or something, you know?
Maybe
Alright.
we can let the Qatartainees to know what.
You said Qatartainees! There you go. There you go. Now it's in that
Last
job.
time I'll ever use this.
So you remember? So you remember my lovely partner Ghanim? I say lovely. I'm actually giving him a compliment. I'm lifting up his spirits. He's actually
Yes, thank you
he's-
so much.
Yeah,
Thank you for fueling my narcissism.
clearly.
To the time being.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
you're the Yumichka of our group.
What now?
Yumichka. You know
What is Yumichka?
it's a Bleach character that's a complete narcissist.
Okay, that's good.
All right, you've got to look.
I
at,
have watched Bleach, but I forgot the character.
He's the one with that orange.
You mean
Uh,
Ichigo?
No, orange scarf like thing.
Orange scarf.
Yeah, he's
Oh, is that the guy with like a pink kimono? Right?
No, that's Kyoraku.
Okay.
All right, he's got the black kimono and he's got like all
You know
the
what?
other
We'll
stuff.
figure this out on the break.
Of
But
course.
for now, we got legacies to talk about.
So today's episode is about legacies and forgotten iconic celebrities or artists that we have known throughout the years or decades
Yep.
that have influenced us, and even until today.
Mhm.
Let's take a couple of recent examples. So if you checked some of our Instagram feed, we've actually posted some passings of certain celebrities. Like for example, the latest one is Tony Todd. One of his most recent work is Marvel's Spider-Man 2. He voiced Venom and he played Candyman.
All right.
All
Interesting.
Candyman, and he was also in all the Final Destination movies.
Alright.
He's got a very unique voice. You know, he's got that dark, devil-like voice. You know, he can be evil at the
Yeah.
same time. You know, he could be
Very
authoritative.
good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
What do you think?
Like, I haven't seen
Hmm.
any of the projects you've mentioned, but I assume it's great since you praise it highly,
oh yeah.
which I should check out. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
However, yeah, like more and more now, at least, people who used to who gave us great memories are passing away
Yes.
as it comes. And it's a natural process.
Of course.
But, sometimes people find it hard to accept, since they have emotional attachment to those people, especially people who they would consider as someone who would impact them mentally, physically, and just help them their life,
Don't mean to
Because,
interrupt-
sorry.
Don't mean to interrupt you, but I don't know if it's we're good.
Yes, we're good.
Okay, so keep going.
Yeah.
Must be the tablet. All right,
your,
keep going.
your tablet is dying. Its
dying.
legacy is going away.
It's not dying, man. Oh,
I guess so, yeah.
All right, let's
See?
All right. Let's keep going. So,
But-
other than movies, what kind of legacy artist has influenced you? Past.
Influenced me, definitely. I mean, well, I don't have
Hmm.
any like artists who passed away recently that have influenced me.
Yes.
However, though I do want to talk about some artists that I heard them dead,
Hmm.
that they died,
Yes.
and seeing some people's reactions to it. I believe one. Okay, yes, I do actually.
Yeah.
It's not an actor or anything. It's a streamer named Erika.
Erika.
Erika Desminamofa.
Okay.
He is a Nintendo content creator, specializes in Super Smash Brothers, and does mostly variety streams.
He works for Nintendo.
No. Just does Nintendo stuff. They
But
just cover Nintendo things, but they
Okay.
don't work for Nintendo. No.
Oh. I'm surprised.
Gamers, basically.
Yeah, but I'm surprised that Nintendo would allow him to would have allowed him to stream, their content or stuff.
Yeah, you can. What do you mean?
Well, you can
It's
stream,
under
but you
fair use, so you can. Yeah.
I thought it's like you can stream, but you cannot monetize.
No, you can. Yeah.
Oh, you can. Okay.
Okay, we'll leave this topic for another time, but I'm gonna get back to it.
All right. So
Specializing in Nintendo content has like immense viral clips that are still like relevant to this day, actually. And fortunately, committed suicide and then just died away.
Damn.
He just had like a mental depression, extreme mental depression, and then was just gone. And so like I haven't seen any streamer since. Like ever since he like passed away, I stopped watching streams. I just don't watch streams because just no one was just as entertaining as him.
How good was his content? How many subscribers did he have? How many people engaged with him?
Millions, but like every 2 months he would just delete this channel and make a new one.
Really?
Yes, he would just like create a channel, delete, create a channel, delete. Go through like random there's like an entire lore. There's like a 4-hour documentary explaining about his entire career before he even started streaming, before he even made his first YouTube video, all the way till after his death.
I'm guessing he wanted to show that the algorithm means nothing.
Not really. It's just due to his mental dispersity, he just did, just unalgorithmic friendly things. Let's just say that. That would, but yeah. Other than him, I just haven't seen any streamer since. I would watch, but it's just not someone that I would watch every single time. Because I would still remember when I was in high school, I was about to go for my exams. And I just saw him streaming who was browsing the dark web.
Okay.
There was a time where people would do like deep web browsing and other these things.
Oh yeah.
And I still remember this stream vividly, like to my core. It's like in my core memory.
Yeah.
Like it was just it was a wild ride.
What was he doing?
Like it was just going through like all the like the websites.
Oh
yeah.
Wow.
It was wild. It was wild.
Wow.
Wild. Like it was really like it's very entertaining. And especially like I was just about to go to my exams and I just see him streaming. I was just watching it. It was like really fun. Like whenever there's like any game announcements,
right?
I don't go watch it on my own. I just go watch him covering the streams, because like his reactions and his like character is so ecstatic and high energy. It's just really entertaining to both watch the announcement and his personality.
When did he pass away?
2019.
2019.
Yes, 2019.
All right.
Yeah.
Is his channel still on by any chance?
There was one, but like that only has like 3 videos. But but in his archive there are like hundreds of VODs, videos, and other things. But yeah, tell us more about your favorite creators, like content creators that.
All right. I'd say in terms of content creators, this one reminds me.
Or it could be
they haven't passed away, but they're still basically alive, but they've been alive for a long time. Smosh, I don't know if you heard of them.
Smosh.
Yes,
Smosh. Still here.
Yeah. Surprisingly.
Oh, but you're talking about the old Smosh.
Yeah, old Smosh.
Okay.
Before Anthony left.
Okay.
That's the good Smosh.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say those are one of my favorite content creators. I've always wanted to create content like them, funny videos, actual scenes when you're acting and you're in a studio and something like that, or even what's it called, the Warp Zone. Oh yeah, you know the Warp Zone?
I think so.
Yeah, they also made parody music videos. And,
of course, we've all seen it.
Yeah,
I remember one of summer days when I was like a kid. I binge watched every single Smosh. Every single Smosh video, I binge watched all of them.
The Shut Up.
Oh yes.
The Shut Up.
Yes.
Oh yeah, every time.
But yeah.
All right, so I'd say in terms of not content creator that has influenced me, I don't have one of that.
Okay, let's talk about actors.
All right, not but I'd say in terms of actors,
You did mention.
Well, there was Tony Todd. Oh,
yes.
yeah. One of the most iconic actors that has passed away this year has been James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones. I think I've heard the name, but could
Darth
you remind
Vader.
me of that? Oh, right.
Darth
Of course,
Vader,
the Darth Vader.
Mufasa
Yeah.
from the original Mufasa.
He actually did original Mufasa.
Original Mufasa. We're talking original classic Disney's Mufasa. Even
Yeah.
the remake, the one in 2019?
20, something like that.
1918. Yeah, the live action one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, interesting. I
mean-
had no idea he voiced Mufasa.
Yeah, but he's still technically alive to a point where Disney is actually keeping his voice. They're going to reuse his voice using AI and archives.
This is just Black Mirror.
That's
all
what
over
Disney's
again.
doing. Yeah,
This is just Black Mirror all over again. Like, have you guys not seen Black Mirror?
I have seen
The
Black
episode with the Miley Cyrus where she passed away, so she reincarnated as an AI robot of her.
Mirror. Oh boy, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen these days.
It's already happening. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think so already.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
where it's just like,
Yeah, it reminds me of that TV show called Upload. Instead of dying, your consciousness gets uploaded into a cloud.
okay, so it's like one of those sci-fi concepts.
Yeah, but it's a comedy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a satire comedy.
Oh yeah.
Is that what you're referring to?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's a comedy plus some drama plus some suspense.
Okay, so I want to get back to James Earl Jones.
Yeah. So Disney, as I
Um,
told you,
Disney's decision.
Yeah. They made that decision a while ago before he actually died because he was already retiring.
Did he give them consent to do it?
I think he did. He actually announced he was retiring, and
Okay.
oh yeah, he did give consent to Disney that they should use his voice, and I'm pretty sure he gets the residuals afterwards. Because if I'm not wrong,
Wait.
during
Sorry, residuals.
residuals
He's
and
dead.
royalties.
How is he gonna get residuals?
Now, previously, when you see, what happened was he retired, then they use his voice
Okay.
and archives. Residuals.
So since he now passed away, I
Prob-
guess he just no longer get residuals, or does the residuals transfer to his
Next
family?
next of kin, of course.
Next of okay.
Yeah, if think of it this way. I mean, if the actor is technically alive in terms of voice, I'd say that the role is still alive.
Mhm.
Let's say if we see another Darth Vader animation movie,
Yes.
or TV show that includes Darth Vader, or a live action that includes Darth Vader, right? They actually get the next of kin will actually possibly get the residuals.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I see.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. But to be honest, James Earl Jones has been like one of the most iconically known Star Wars characters for a long time.
I want to get back to the thing with like characters or like having to use.
Don't shut off.
I'm not
Small.
shutting it off. But yeah, like talking
Okay,
about
yeah.
dead characters.
Yeah.
Like, is it so hard to find a replacement of this character?
If you're
Like a
iconically
similar voice?
if you're iconically known, then you will definitely be hard to replace. Let me give you an example. We said this before the podcast. There was this actor, a comedy actor called Leslie Nelson. All right, he was in Naked Gun. He was in one of the scary movie parodies. Spy Hard, Wrongfully Accused. Most of them are all parodies. They're all parodies. Wrongfully Accused is actually a parody of The Fugitive.
Okay.
So he does parody movies, and he was actually a serious actor. He also was a doctor in Airplane. Now, recently, Liam Neeson said he's going to do a Naked Gun movie.
I heard about a Naked Gun remake. Actually, I did mention it in the
Yes.
previous episode where we were talking about movie announcements.
Yes.
I actually did.
Yeah, and that one, Liam Neeson is actually going. Well, I don't know anymore. He said he's not going to do action movies, but Naked Gun is originally a parody comedy movie.
Okay, satirical comedy, 2 action movies.
Yes.
Okay, I see. I get it.
So if he does this movie, it'll actually be a tribute to Leslie Nelson.
Fair enough. Okay.
Not to mention one of the other, like let's say, cameo appearances. For example, I mean, he can't do, of course, cameo appearances anymore because he died in 2009. One of the prime cameo appearances in all of movie history is none other than Stan Lee.
I was just about to say Stan
Right?
Lee. Yeah.
Right? And even after he died, what was it?
He-
Captain Marvel. What was Captain Marvel?
That was his last.
That was his last. The reason why she was smiling when she saw him, it was because she was remembering Stan Lee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
For
Yeah,
some,
I remembered.
Yeah,
like,
for some weird reason also, he was in Deadpool and Wolverine.
no, he wasn't.
Yeah, I just saw the movie yesterday on
I mean,
Disney
not to
Plus.
my knowledge, at least when I watched the movie.
Yeah, I'm with you too. Maybe it was in the after credits or something. You could see it in what's it called? In Disney Plus and see what happens. I don't know how they do it. I
Did
honestly
they
don't.
make like an extended cut, or did they like?
Could be an extended like cut for the digital
Because the
edition.
movie didn't start in production until like 2 years or 3 years ago, something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I could be wrong though, because it didn't start.
could be 2 years. Yeah,
Didn't start production until recently.
and it was already dead for like what? How many years? 5, 6 years, maybe.
Like since after, okay, the last cameo I remember of Stan Lee
Yeah.
was Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Hmm.
No Way Home or Far From Home. Far From Home, the one after Endgame.
Yeah, far from
Spider-Man
home.
after
Yeah,
Endgame.
far from home when he's
Yes.
in Italy or other countries. Yeah, in Europe.
He worked in like a gelato, like some shop in a Marvel movie.
Oh yeah.
That's the one that I remember.
He also had a cameo in the Marvel Spider-Man game.
Okay, well that was before, that was prior to.
It wasn't
Well, I guess
both games actually. I think both Marvel Spider-Man games.
I guess
The
maybe they used like an outtake of Stan Lee's
Oh
recordings.
no! It was just a statue.
Oh, okay, then.
Oh, yeah.
That wouldn't even count as a cameo.
But it's
That's
still
just a tribute.
a tribute. Still, that he was so missed that they actually had a statue put in a game.
But
and
no,
you had
yeah.
to get him to find him. You get a trophy.
But the context is different, because when I'm speaking about cameos, I'm speaking about
Right.
him physically being there and
Of
him
course.
actually having a line. That's
course.
what he was actually known
Of
for.
course. And
Not
when he
when,
was in Deadpool and Wolverine, trust me, when you see it on Disney Plus today.
Otherwise, you're correct about cameos.
Yes. So when you see him in Disney Plus today, Ryan Reynolds actually said, "Shut up, Stan Lee."
It kind of spoiled for me, but I'll watch it.
I
anyway.
mean, it's not technically a spoiler, but once you see it,
I don't think I've seen the. Maybe it wasn't even shown in the cut. In the.
it's not in the
movie I watched?
probably not in the theatrical cut.
Then I guess it was added later.
Yeah, probably up for the digital edition or the what's it called, a streaming edition.
Yes, like
yeah.
the digital copy of digital edition of
Of course.
Deadpool. Wolverine.
Stan Lee had he even appeared in various geek-like TV shows, Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
Yeah, I think how many times? It was just that one time.
Mhm.
Maybe they didn't have enough of a budget.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but what he was wearing was really cool. The Fantastic Four robe.
Really?
Oh yeah, it had that 4 under it. You know, the same logo as a Fantastic Four.
Okay, interesting.
Oh yeah.
So since you talked about movies, I wanted to go through a different industry
Right. Tell me.
where
You want to talk about music? I'm guessing.
not that one right now, but I want to talk about actually comic books,
How about anime?
manga more specifically.
Okay.
Recent passing of Akira Toriyama, creator of Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Daima,
so-
Dragon Ball.
So yeah, Dragon Ball Daima will be his last involvement in the Dragon Ball project,
Yeah.
and then then there will be no more. It'll be led by an apprentice of his,
Yeah. Is the same person who wrote the illustration.
and also he's currently. If you want to see his work,
Mhm.
check out what is it called? Dragon Ball Superheroes. You know the one I'm talking about, right? The
Yeah.
spin-off.
Yeah.
Yes. The spin-off one where they like make up like crazy characters.
Yeah. Where the multiverse of the Dragon
Yes,
Ball.
like, way
yeah.
too many
Yeah.
multiverses,
Dragon
way
Ball
too many
Super.
of them.
Yes. Dragon Ball Superheroes is basically
A spin-off.
Oh yeah,
It's a
it's
spin-off.
a
So, yeah.
spin-off where
So-
we're actually Goku from the Super Saiyan 4 universe, and then the Dragon Ball Super universe, they actually fight each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to check out what if you want to have a preview of what his work will be in the future, check that one out. That'll give you like a good preview of his. But yeah, since now then it'll be handled by that director.
Oh yeah.
And he's been working with him for a very long time.
Hmm.
So like as Akira Toriyama was getting older and having hard time to draw and make up stuff, so and just keep creating. So that's how they do mostly mangakas, where they would once they get older, once they're unable to work, they don't retire, they just keep on working.
Right on.
And so what they do, they just hire an apprentice, or they would hire a bunch of artists or a studio at least to copy his art style, analyze, understand his art style, and then keep the project going.
That's right. Not to mention, he was well known to have worked closely with the voice actress Masako, who voiced Goku, Gohan, Goten, and various other characters in the Dragon Ball Z universe.
Yeah.
Now, I remember one time she made a statement. She said, "You'll take care of Goku, won't you?"
Mm-hmm.
See there?
Yeah.
That moment, she made a statement. She'll take care of Goku, because after that time, it became publicly known she was the only voice actress who did Goku, basically. But what people don't know, there were two dubs for the Dragon Ball Z universe.
Okay.
There was a standard Dragon Ball Z dub, and then there was the Ocean dub. They called it.
See, can you explain that to me?
All right.
This is the first time listening.
All right, let's look it up while
you're explaining it.
Yes. So Goku in the English dub had actually two voice actors in the beginning.
Okay.
All right. After the Frieza saga, he stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they started using a different actor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now the actor that plays is well known as Sean something. All right. No, not that.
I don't think it tells you here.
No, yeah. Let me check.
But anyways, keep going.
Yeah. Here, this should be okay. Here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Masako Nozawa was the main voice actress.
Yeah.
All right. Sean
Schemmel.
Sean Schemmel.
Yeah.
See? Oh, not this.
And then the other one. The other.
Funimation.
Okay, but yeah, as you were saying.
Yeah. But maybe they didn't mention that Ocean dub.
Yeah, but
Guess
what is the Ocean dub? Like, what's the difference between this and just the difference?
I think it was just maybe it was under a different company during that time. So hence
the company who was handling the
Dragon Ball Z in particular.
Okay, the property.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's say genre, Toei Animation. Yeah, that's for sure. Here it is. Yeah, it was under It was various under like Cartoon Network. First run.
Well, I mean, that's normal.
It could have been Toonami. It could have been Toonami. That's why.
Okay, this is normal. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So what? Yeah. I mean, Sean Schemmel is the primary voice actor for the English Goku, the English dub Goku, and Masako is the Now here's the question: Now when it comes to iconic voice actors, do they get replaced?
Well, yeah, they have to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bulma was switched.
I mean, like, what do you like? They cannot voice forever.
I know.
They're like they cannot keep voicing forever. People age. Their performance degrades as time goes.
Now,
like you can't expect. You just cannot expect them to just keep working forever and ever and ever and ever. Right?
If they want to get paid, they would. But I agree with you. Yeah. They can't keep working on forever. People age, people die.
Nobody can.
Yeah, but the show has to keep going on. That's the thing.
Or you can just stop it.
Huh?
Or you can just stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Never. I mean, have you?
Yeah, but like
seriously, did you ever think that Dragon Ball would one day end up, even after Akira Toriyama has passed away? Dragon Ball Daima came out. I mean, sure, he finished it before he passed away, but look where we are now.
Yeah, but like. At this point, what's the point? Like, why can't we just, let it finish, move on? It's like the same problem with One Piece, where it's just keep kept going for so long that Ichiro Oda had no idea what to do, so he just made
Kept
stuff up
pouring
as
in.
it goes in a way.
Yeah, but the difference is that author is alive while Akira Toriyama passed away. However, they haven't even reached half of the episodes that One Piece has made. If you count Dragon Ball Z, maybe with its fillers, that's 299 episodes, 290 something episodes. Then you got the 150 something for Dragon Ball Super. Then you got the 60 plus something episodes of Dragon Ball GT. Still doesn't even come to the count to the 1,300 plus of One Piece.
Yeah, but like at this point, after this comes the problem, where since the original creators have passed away,
Yeah.
we don't have their original vision, or at least unless it's been laid out, unless it's been set to plan,
Exactly.
there is no point.
Let me give you another good example. Yu-Gi-Oh. Did you know that?
Yes,
All right, Yu-Gi-Oh. Now it's a famous, worldwide known trading card game.
proprietary
All right.
property. Yeah.
Yes. Now, before that, it was actually known to be a horror game, horror anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see something called Yu-Gi-Oh Season 0? No one has. No one has, basically. You can find it pirated somewhere on the internet. But I'll tell you one thing.
It's not even available legally. Like you have to pirate it.
Yeah. You can't find it anywhere. It's literally it's been either in the 80s or or somewhere in the 90s. You can't find it anywhere. And the main character Yugi basically does this whole horror psychic torment thing for his victims. They
Okay.
don't die; they just get psychologically damaged.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
That was
psychological horror, basically.
that was the original vision of Yu-Gi-Oh. But instead, they went a different direction and went all card game all the way.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
But that is such like a massive like. But who changed it?
It's hard to tell.
Is it the original author?
It
No?
could have been Konami. It could have been
Okay.
Konami. Because remember, he went to Konami for that particular point in order to get it like franchised.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, yeah.
I think like, but there is one manga that will like almost never gonna get continued or completed.
Which is
Berserk.
Berserk. Now that one is because, yeah, I agree with you.
Not because of the story wise.
Mhm.
The story allegedly said that has already been laid out. Has
Mhm.
already been explained by the author
Yes.
himself before his passing.
Right on.
But it's the art style.
You think that the apprentice could mimic or go
no,
with it?
nobody could.
Of course.
Well, it's not really nobody could. It's because his art style is very, very specific.
Mm,
Very specific.
I agree.
Like he said that he have thrown away hundreds and moreover thousands of completed panels just because the pencil went the wrong way. Once. It just went the wrong way
That
once,
is
and he
perfectionist.
threw it all.
That's a perfectionist right there. Honestly.
And its results are showing, like some of the most iconic panels that is even impossible to animate. Like, sure, there was the 90s, and then there's the terrible CGI one, and then there's like a fan animation,
Oh yeah.
but none of them can reach as close or even closer to the original manga.
The original manga has always been too dark in comparison to the animation, to be honest.
It's not even dark because, like I said, it's heavily detailed.
That's what I mean.
It's way too detailed that is even harder to create.
That's what I'm saying. And because of the censorship of certain anime guidelines, you can't see what's happening. Because Berserk is very like dark and
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Okay, I get
and
it.
very graphic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what is like the another actor? Actually, I want to go back to actors.
All right, let's go back to
Another
actors.
actors I wanted to talk about is
Yes.
I forgot his name, but of course you know. It's
Alright, tell
the
me.
protagonist of Black Panther.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yes, Chadwick
Chadwick
Boseman.
Boseman.
Yes.
Yes.
Like also like another example of like people who passed away due to cancer,
Mm.
battling cancer in secret,
Yeah.
and then unfortunately passed away,
Mhm.
and then they made a tribute to Black Panther 2, and then now like one of his sisters like kind of continuing on this thing.
Yeah.
I think these are like some of the good examples of carrying it on,
Oh yeah.
especially since we've seen her like from the first one, not even the first one. I think before even the first Black Panther was out.
Yeah, I think it was
Civil War, Captain America: Civil War.
He was in Civil War? No,
I
no, no.
believe so. No, okay.
No, she wasn't in Civil
Okay,
War.
so I
No.
guess the first one.
She
yeah.
wasn't in Civil War. He was in Civil War.
Yeah.
But his sister was not.
Yes,
She
yes.
showed up in Black Panther 1, right, as a first appearance.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
But I'll tell you this. Now that you mentioned it, it's also been noticed that even Denzel Washington is going to keep this story going because he's been approached to be casted for Black Panther 3.
So you're saying Denzel Washington's gonna be the new Black Panther?
Either that or there's going to be
Yeah, but it doesn't.
he's been casted into Black Panther 3, not as Black Panther.
Okay, so it's
But
not
I'm
different.
but I'm telling you, we thought that at least with Black Panther Wakanda Forever, that be it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there'd be no more Black Panther for a while until we get to like maybe the end of the multiverse saga.
Yes.
But then they're keep going on, and most likely Chadwick Boseman, the character of T'Challa, the actor for T'Challa, is going to keep going. Is going to keep going in terms of being remembered. The idea is about remembering the legacy of what another actor's character did and continuing on after that. And then
Mhm.
that's probably what's going to happen. So I think they're going to maybe bring him in as a main villain.
Yes. Yes.
Probably seeing how good he looked in the robe in Gladiator 2.
Oh yes, it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Actually, it's tonight.
Oh yeah, technically the first.
First premiere is
premiere.
tonight.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They always do that. Yeah.
Yeah, they always do it on Wednesdays. Okay. So we're going to take a short break and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. We'll see you guys in a bit. Be right back.
And we're back.
Welcome back, everybody. So, we talked about various artists here. We talked about manga artists, actors, as well as streamers.
Mhm.
Now, what's next?
But I wanted, before I go to the next,
Yeah.
the production team did some research,
Mhm.
and they informed me that Berserk is actually getting continued
Uh-huh.
by Kentaro's apprentice, and they're following its original vision, Kentaro's original vision. However, in my opinion, I think that it's just his arts, like as I've mentioned before, his art style is, as I said, highly specific, precise, and in details.
And hard to get
That-
into a mindset like that, to be honest.
Not even just a mindset, it's just, building that sense of, building it and just creating it as close as possible to it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But however, it is getting continued. So I'm excited to see where the direction goes in the future.
Would that be as an anime or a manga?
Manga.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just losing all hope in finding a good adaptation of the manga.
All
It's
right.
just not going to happen. But let's talk to music.
Okay.
Actually, we want to talk about.
All right, let's go to music. I mean, you're not gonna find any much information from me, but all you.
I
man.
mean, I was surprised by our music library. You have some pretty good, decent stuff.
Oh yeah, I listened to TMR Revolution, Baby Metal, Peyton Parrish, Miracle of Sound,
Linkin Park.
Linkin Park. Yeah, I prefer the Materia and the Materia album, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, Somewhere I Belong. Oh man, that takes me back.
I don't know that one, but
You don't know Somewhere I Belong?
by who?
Linkin Park.
Listen,
All right.
I'm way too Gen Z to listen to Linkin Park. Okay,
All
so
right, all right.
please, like, don't.
All right.
But I want to talk about some, at least in my time.
Okay.
My parents' fondest memory of an artist's death is Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. I was wondering if we are gonna get to him.
Yes, so I wanted to get into him because I would ask my parents, like, they still remember like the day he died, and they're like, oh, like it's been like they just shocked. They were shocked to see him like dying and other things. Like it was like an international news,
Of course.
especially since he's like
Iconic.
considered the king of pop.
Oh yeah.
And they did made an album after his passing.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's I believe it's unclear whether it was done by his permission before his death or not.
Right.
Although a lot people say that it doesn't.
Mhm.
And so what record labels do is they'll just use scrap demos or near complete projects,
Mhm.
and then they would just compile and make something out of it.
All right. All right.
While sometimes they follow the original vision or neglect the vision, or that's what they do. And so in one of the projects that I've listened to, it's a posthumous album of, I unfortunately forgot the name, but I do remember vividly the details, the process behind it and everything.
Mhm.
They passed away in 2021, around COVID, something like that.
Right.
They fortunately passed away, and so since then there was no music releases, obviously, just to because they didn't. But
Mhm.
however, there was a near completed album, and so it was already almost complete. It was like 98% complete before their passing. And so their family, which includes a brother of theirs and just the family members who've been working on this album together since before this artist passed away, and they just finished, did the minor details, some re-recordings of some audio clips,
Mhm.
some vocals, and they released it. Although there was major controversy because they believed it was at least the people who listened to the project,
Mhm.
they believed it was unfinished or too experimental. Even though this artist had a history of many experimental sounds that they've demonstrated throughout their catalog and career.
Right.
Yeah, but
So that latest album.
the latest album, people just believed it was like, oh, it's unfinished, it doesn't work, and all
Okay.
of that. But even though it was already been completed by that artist themselves,
And right
Mhm.
after it was released.
and yeah, so like they finished everything.
Yeah.
They finished everything in regards to the project,
And yet the fans feel
and then
like
they fortunately passed away, and then the people who were involved in the project just, completed it 100%.
All right.
They just released it, you know? And so, yeah, then people just, unfortunately, people just gave it negative reviews, I would say, unfair criticism over just, teensy bit of, modifications. Like, even though the original vision is there, you can still feel it and sense it, like, so much so that I one time just tried to, like in cars where there's like a surround sound, they do like these, these modes,
Right.
spatial audio things in cars,
right.
with the sound thing.
Yeah.
I tried to turn it on just to like listen to the album. It was awful. Like I couldn't, because their production is so specific and good that I just like turning like these any sort of equalizers or these Dolby Atmos or any of these audio things.
Did you listen to it on a streaming service?
I have it on CD as well. So I
Okay,
listened to both on
okay.
CD, the original on YouTube, streaming, and all of these formats. And so
Because
any sort of modification from the software or like the streaming services
yeah.
does not do the album's justice.
Right.
And
'Cause
so
I was wondering, because it's not just me, because I listen to Apple Music and Spotify.
Yes.
I notice there's a big difference in terms of volume as well as bass and equalizer.
it's the
and
bit rates. It's
Yeah, the bit rate as
depends
well,
on
yeah.
the bit rates. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
why. So that's why I bought the physical. I had the chance to buy the physical.
and you want to do comparisons.
Yes, and so yeah, like
Right.
their production is so good that it doesn't like no sort of modification can do its justice. But anyways, aside from that, I wanted to go to another artist,
All right.
one of the most popular ones, Tupac.
Tupac.
If we know, tragically passed away.
Yes.
Did you know they found the actual person who killed Tupac
Recently? Or
2 years ago, I believe so. After like how many years has it been? Like almost 30 years.
wow.
They finally found the person who shot Tupac, and they've sent him to prison.
Right.
And yeah,
I'm guessing there's no statute of limitations when it comes to like murder. Guessing.
murder.
30 years,
Obviously.
of course. 30 years, of course. There's no
so it's
statute of
obviously
limitations.
yeah, so it's obviously murder. However, aside from the family finally getting the justice it deserves and everything, the main issue is with
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Was Will Smith's wife married to Tupac at that time? When
I have no idea. I
Right?
don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Will Smith's wife is
Because there's a bit
is
of
a bit of a
drama.
weird person.
Yeah, because she
anyways.
said that Tupac.
But let's go.
Yeah, let's keep going. Keep going. All right. So Tupac.
Yeah, like the main issue isn't about that. The other issue is how the let's say the general public, or at least corporations, just using his name and his face. What other things? They made a hologram concert of Tupac.
Same thing for Frank Sinatra in Las Vegas.
Yes. And
Damn.
so they essentially just recreated his body. You know Hatsune Miku, right?
Of course.
So yeah, just imagine Hatsune Miku instead of it's just Tupac.
Oh yeah.
Just singing.
And she's just a
And-
virtual character.
But at least the virtual character, like, that's her only source. She's a software. We all know she's a software, and we're fine with it.
I once saw
But
her live.
except
I once
you're-
saw her live in Japan.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was this.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Oh yeah, I had a big Hatsune Miku crush at one time. I went to this arcade where they actually had a concert. We didn't even know.
But anyways, Tupac again.
Back to Tupac. Back to Tupac.
And so they made a hologram of Tupac.
Whatever. I stand by my point. Keep going to Tupac. You heard that I had Hatsune Miku. Okay.
Anyways, Tupac. So
Alright.
like they made a hologram version of Tupac and then just made him sing, and it was uncanny. It was kind of uncanny, It's really weird. Like it wasn't even like how in live audio where you would just hear like the actual, where it's just you're just listening to the studio version, and then you just see him like kind of doing the moves, like just
Yeah, because when you're seeing someone live on concert, it's different. When
they're
you're
moving around. The acoustics of the stage kind of impacts.
Yeah.
where it's like that actually, but
Yeah,
in that context, there was none of that.
I remember. Really? So there's no difference between him on live and on studio?
So like they just used the studio recordings, studio versions of that,
Yeah.
and then there was the hologram, and then there was just dancing around that thing. It was weird. It was weird. It was basically really weird and just like kind of disrespectful.
Was
you
it
know?
accurate though? In your opinion?
Of course not.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you can't just use a human and then just create an hologram version.
All right.
You can't,
I agree. I agree with you. I'm just saying, if someone was able to recreate the character, a lost artist.
Now, as much as this is disrespectful, the other thing that is unfortunately it's unfortunately overused right now is his face in fashion. So if you go to H&M or these at least fast fashion shops,
right,
they would occasionally, like once a year, they would just use like a dead rapper's name, face, and then they would just slap it on the t-shirt and then just sell it. You don't even know if it goes to the family or like it goes through a good cause.
I doubt it does.
No, it doesn't. They just do it. This other thing. What else?
Did they quote it at least? Put any kind of quote or tag on it or something?
Yeah, but like, there's no. But still,
that's what I'm saying. They slap the artist on the shirt or t-shirt.
That's it,
But they don't use any kind of tag or a quote from the guy or anything.
I mean, even if you do that, that's still just I don't know.
I know.
My opinion is just don't. You don't have to. Though I do want to talk about recent artists who passed away.
Right.
That I remember at the time when I was in school. Triple X Tentacion passed away around 2018. Okay. It was in school. I remember there was this one guy in school always listened to, like, his favorite artist was Triple X. And I remember the day where he was murdered. He was murdered to put context.
Okay.
And he was just murdered. The murderers have been identified, but the motives have been unclear. Not at least stated to the public.
Got it.
And so I would remember hearing his passing and then people like listening to it all over again, just discussing it and whatnot, as how people do nowadays, And so what was like my problem basically, while he did impact like the rap genre to some degree, he did influence. It's a problem with the family where they released like
details of his life.
No. There was a documentary, of course.
Yeah.
However, there was like 3 posthumous albums after his death.
Right.
So to
Post-death.
put context, posthumous means an album after the original original artist passed away, and so they made 3 full-on albums, which is most definitely unclear, like not within his permission, or they just kept compiling random scraps and they just like kept slapping it on. And like, that's another example of so you're just ruining his, original vision, or at least his original creative works. Like if something is scrapped, just like they're scrapped for a reason. Like sometimes, when they scrap projects or they scrap video games or anything in media,
it has to be scrapped for a reason. Yeah, exactly.
There is a reason. Or if it's unfinished, it's unfinished. Like there is no need for you replace the original person who made it and then complete it because of this person's. Like let's say the Mona Lisa.
Oh yeah.
If the Mona Lisa was unfinished, like it won't be as impactful as it is. And another, actually, sorry to like go too much with the flow,
because
but
it's all in the flow of art.
Yes.
If the Mona Lisa, as you said, was not finished, we wouldn't know.
You wouldn't even
Leonardo da Vinci's greatest artistic feature, which is when you move, she actually her eyes are still on you.
Yeah, like I said, you're correct with that. It doesn't matter.
Right.
And the last artist I want to talk about is Juice WRLD. I believe he died with a seizure like a year after Triple X. I cannot pinpoint the precise date. However, I remember like it was 2019 actually. The day he died, like I remember just seeing like hundreds of unfinished work of his immediately getting leaked. Hundreds. I'm talking like hundreds of just, B-sides, snippets, studio recordings, blank instrumentals, just, completed tracks that are like not even considered by the original artist, whether they consented or not.
Man, I hate that.
See, this is why it sucks.
How can you actually release an unfinished project if it's considered unfinished and without even the artist's consent, especially after he died?
Unless it's been stated by the original creator.
You think it's possible in the contract?
Like I said, unless it's stated by the original creator that this is planned to be released, this is how the vision, unless everyone is aware. Like I said, the author of Berserk, if there was an original vision, let's say the apprentice is aware of it and everything, yes, let it go. Yeah, we can go on with it. Yeah. But if it doesn't, just don't. Just keep it as it is. It's already good as it is. It will has its its following, its cult following, and it will be there. Like, it's not going to be gone. But as in a capitalistic society we are, there's just it's all about money and just making profit out of it.
Let's check some of the comments here. So my favorite from Abrar Tarek, my favorite music genre is Eurodance.
Oh yeah,
that says a lot about you, Abrar.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and this one here in my head, canon. Kevin Connery is Batman. Oh yeah, that is the iconically well-known Batman voice actor. He played Batman in the Batman the Animated Series and the new animated series Justice League Unlimited, as well as all the Arkham games.
And Suicide Squad, the latest game? I think so as well.
No, I think he passed away. Did he pass away before that?
Yes, but I believe they did say he was involved in some projects prior to his passing.
I mean, it is Kill the Justice League.
Yes, I believe so, but I'm not sure,
Okay.
You know about Batman more than me.
Well, yeah. I would say he was probably not involved in that project. The latest project, I would say, after would be Arkham Knight. After that, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But man, Arkham Knight is like, you could spend thousands of hours on it if you think about it. And Kevin Conroy was the Batman. There were some other Batmans who played the voice. Like, let's say, there was that Batman from Justice League Wars.
Yes.
You saw that one?
I don't believe so. Actually.
All right, Justice League Dark.
Yeah.
Right. That one, he became the Batman after at least. Kevin Conroy apparently couldn't do Batman anymore, but since it was already established that this particular actor is now going to play Batman, so there it is. He's now the new Batman, and that right.
So in conclusion, we learned that if there's a project that is unfinished, that is not set to be finished, keep it unfinished. Sometimes it's okay to not be comfortable, not having to think about profit.
Oh yeah,
especially when it comes to dead people and their work.
Oh yeah,
just leave it as it is, unless you're given permission, unless you have a vision already.
There should be consent. Always get consent.
At the end of the day, it's their work, not
of course.
Yours. Even if you try to replicate 100%, you can tell. You will always can tell.
I mean, like, for example, if we're gonna see any new Darth Vader or Mufasa coming in the next coming years because of AI and voice archives, it won't be the same.
Yeah.
It won't. It will mimic, but it won't have the soul of the person who actually did it.
You see, which is why, thing with AI, it concerns me in context of just companies using the people who did work before, and then now they're just gonna keep using it after and after and after and after. That's the problem.
So in conclusion, this was our topic, and we hope you had fun with it. Thanks for your engagement. We learned a lot. We learned a lot actually today.
Yeah.
All right. We learned about streamers, music artists, actors, manga artists, so on. It was illuminating, honestly, especially when in my particular point, I like the part where we actually dove in a little bit more into James Earl Jones
Mhm.
on how they are actually able to use his voice after his passing away, as well as your point about Tupac having a post what now?
Oh, you mean Triple X posthumous albums?
Triple
Yeah.
X. Sorry, Triple X posthumous album.
Yes.
All right, it's the same thing. But there's unfinished work, and then the work that is mimicked of a live person. Well, yeah,
Consent matters.
consent matters. So
Yeah.
this was our episode, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for engaging.
And I'll see you next week.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button to keep in touch with our content from Qatartainment. This is Abdurrahman.
This is Gagma.
We'll see you all next week.
Goodbye.
Later.